Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, Hari Om, Shri Guru Pyo Namaha, Hari Om.
Welcome to Satsang from our home here on the banks of Mother Ganga into your homes across the world. It's been these weeks such a sweet opportunity in the midst of such sadness to really connect like this. You know, we speak all the time about being one, being connected. And it's been so sweet to really be able to connect with you all. I know you're all here anyway, even when we're not having social distancing and we're all able to gather on the banks of Ganga for the beautiful Aarti and then come in here together as a big group and have satsang. I know you're with us from across the world anyway. But at that time, with a garden full of people, it's so much easier to connect with the faces sitting right in front of you. To be aware of those all over the world, but to connect with those sitting right here. And these days, without us being allowed to have a crowd, without even being allowed to open it to those who are staying in the ashram, because of the rules against gathering and any sort of event, it's really been a very sweet opportunity to connect with you, with all of you in your rooms, in your homes, into your lives for satsang. So I'm so glad that you keep joining us, and hope to one day have all of you sitting right here in this sacred, beautiful garden on the banks of Mother Ganga. To actually have you all here, it will be so beautiful. And until then, such a blessing to keep connecting like this. So, Swarnendu Saha on YouTube has sent in this question. It's a philosophical question, but we'll bring it home. The question is, the Vedantic principle of I am, the supreme reality, is manifested after attaining Nirvikalp Samadhi. So does that mean that in meditation only we can realize our true nature fully and not otherwise? So what he's asking about is, we speak about soham, I am that, or aham brahmasmi, I am the Supreme, and so many others of these very core, fundamental, foundational mantras or teachings that we have of I am the divine. So he says, so that's only attainable in this state of samadhi. So does that mean we can only have it in meditation and nowhere else? It depends what you define meditation as. So there's a reason that throughout history, and not even just in the Hindu tradition, but in so many of the different world's religions, the enlightened ones, what we call the sages, the saints, the mystics, the yogis, what other religions may call prophets, or just enlightened ones, or holy ones. But there's a reason that as you read their stories, it's very rare, not never, but it's rare that it's stories of people attaining suddenly absolute supreme realization, complete God realization in the midst of pitching a baseball game, or in the midst of grocery shopping with the grocery cart halfway full and you're kind of halfway down your list. Most of the time when we are in the outer world, when our eyes are open, when we're moving through the world, whether we're pitching a baseball game or going shopping or running our company or being whatever our role might be, we're so engaged with the role, we're so engaged with the story, we're so engaged with the task that most of us forget that that's just our duty. Yes, we have to do it, absolutely. And we have to do it well, and we have to do it sincerely, fully, completely. This is that core teaching of karma yoga, of service. It's the core teaching of fulfilling your dharma, of doing your duty. It's the core teaching of so much of our tradition. So we have to do it. And it's very difficult to simultaneously be doing that and holding the awareness, aham brahmasmi. But that's the goal ultimately. That's the goal. When in the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna speaks so much about doing the duty but not forgetting. Fight the war but remember me, right? Remember me. Chant my name and fight the war. Core teaching. It's yes and. Fight the war. Do your duty. Do your role. Play your part. Play it well. Play it beautifully. Play it perfectly. And remember me. Remember me. Means remember you. Because we're one. So that's the goal. The goal is that meditative experience I have of soham, aham brahmasmi, I am that, of union, that ultimate yogic union. That shouldn't be relegated only to when I'm sitting here with my eyes closed in my Dhyan Mudra. That should stay with me. That awareness, that realization, if it's real, it stays. And then regardless of whether I'm grocery shopping or filling up my car with gasoline or pitching a baseball game or being a surgeon or doing whatever I may do in my life, I won't forget it. But most of us need to first have the experience in order to then be able to carry it with us in the rest of the world. Once you've had it, it's easier to hold on to it. Then you remember it. But in order to have it that first time, it's much more conducive to create a situation in which the distractions of the world are not there, in which you're able to focus singularly and completely on that part of you which is not the doer, not the actor, not the one playing the role, but just soul, just spirit, not in this identity or this role or this duty, none of that, just oneness. And that comes for most of us much more easily when we are seated with our eyes closed, or sometimes with our eyes open. If If you happen to be looking out over the flowing waters of Mother Ganga, looking at a beautiful image of the divine, but at a time and place and situation in which we're able to focus all of our attention just on our spiritual existence, our spiritual reality. And then, when we have that awareness, when we know Aham Brahmasmi, not just we've chanted it, but we really know it, then we can stand up and do whatever, right? It's like that beautiful story that I love of the monk who's chopping wood in the back of his cabin, and the student asks him, but you're supposed to be this enlightened monk. Like, what did you do before you became enlightened? And the monk said, I used to chop wood. And the student said, well, but then what was the point? Because here you are still chopping wood. And the monk said, now wood is just being chopped. Now the who that is doing it has changed. So yeah, the action looks the same. I went from being an unenlightened person chopping wood to being an enlightened monk chopping wood. The wood is the same, the axe is the same, the movement of the arm is the same. But the who, the one doing it, has been transformed and no longer identifies as the chopper of the wood, hence wood is just being chopped. And that's really the point. Enlightenment, it's not so much it changes what you do, unless what you were doing was out of alignment with Dharma. But it changes who you are that is doing it. It changes the being who is doing the work. It changes the being who is acting. So yeah, we stand up from our cushion and we go back into the world and we do our duties and we pitch that baseball or do the grocery shopping or pump the gas or run the company. But we do it with that awareness. So hum, I am that. And if we forget it in the midst of the doing, because we already have had the experience of knowing it's true, it's much easier to get it back. It just requires stopping for a moment. A few seconds every hour. Before you drink water, before you take food, whatever it may be. But just little moments to reconnect. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm not really the CEO of this place. I'm pure consciousness. Just pure consciousness whose duty it is at the moment in the current act and scene of this life to play the role of CEO. It just takes that moment. Because once you've had the awareness, it comes back very, very quickly. So spend the time in meditation to have it. But then recognize that ultimately you should be carrying that awareness into all of your work. That's when we speak about sacred activism or enlightened action or karma yoga. It's what it is. They're all action, engaged action, but that is done from a place not of gotta get ahead, gotta earn more, gotta push these guys out of the way, gotta do it, gotta do it, gotta do it. But from a place of awakening, from a place of knowing, as the apple trees, duty is to give apples, and the Rose's duty is to give fragrance. The tree's duty is to give water and oxygen. My duty at this current intersection of time and space is to serve in this way. But who I am is consciousness. So I am that. All of that.
We have a question from the Facebook live chat tonight from Vivek Sabarwal, asking, how true is the concept of third eye?
So the third eye, it's not a concept, it's absolutely a reality. There's all sorts now as our scientific tools get better and more subtle. There's all sorts of tools now that can actually measure different energy at different parts of the body. We also know something very interesting before I come to a talk about the third eye specifically, but we know that meditators, and it doesn't seem to matter what form of meditation you do, but we know that people who meditate for at least, I think it's 20 minutes a day, maybe half an hour a day, for a continuous period of time, I think the study was maybe 4 weeks or 6 weeks, their prefrontal cortex of their brain actually thickened. It became denser, meaning they were generating more and more connections in that part of the brain. Now, the reason that this is exciting is if you look at a diagram of the brain with the face, what you realize is that prefrontal cortex sits literally on the other side of my skull from where I put the tilak. If I could put that tilak straight through my skull, I would be tilaking my prefrontal cortex. So somehow, the practice of meditation, and this, by the way, originally when I heard the research, I thought, oh, it must just be people who focus on their third eye in meditation, that somehow maybe all of that attention on the third eye was causing that part of the brain to grow, but it's not true. The awareness-based meditation practices, mindfulness-based meditation practices, which are not focused at all on the third eye, have the same results. So simply meditating, simply connecting with that capital T truth, coincidentally, is growing neural connections in the physical part of the brain right at the third eye. So I don't take that as a coincidence. Now, the third eye, as an energy center, what's called the Agya Chakra, it's the energy center of the power of discrimination. Now, we don't mean discrimination in a negative way. It's not discrimination as in beautiful, ugly, black, white, rich, poor, not that type of discrimination, but discrimination of truth, untruth, content, form. So these two eyes show us form. I can see color, I can see shape, I can see light, I can see size. I can see all that with these two eyes, the form. And in order to see what I'm seeing, these two eyes work based on angles. That's actually how we see, is based on angles between the two eyes of what I'm looking at. Meaning something has to be far enough away from me that there's actually an angle of this eye, of that eye, and the brain miraculously compares these visual fields and gives us a cohesive whole of what we're seeing. It takes the light reflecting on the two different retina upside down and into the back of the brain. I mean, again, it's amazing. But it's only so far as form. How big is it? What does it look like? What color is it? What shape is it? The third eye shows us content. The truth of everything is divinity. The truest content is divinity. And so when the Agya Chakra is the energy center of discrimination, showing us the truth, it's showing us divinity. And so the opening of the third eye is that which enables us to see the truth, to discriminate between falsehood and truth. Separation, falsehood, oneness, truth. So it's very real. It's very powerful. Those whose third eyes are open see the divine everywhere. That's what that eye shows us. So whether you meditate upon it or whether you just meditate at all, in either way, A, that area of the brain is growing, and B, the third eye will open.
We have a question on our YouTube live chat tonight from Herveji. If a guru is incarnating the experiences of Jesus, Krishna, Buddha in these times, would he or she be able to enlighten crowds of devotees at once, especially as the planets align?
Absolutely. So, enlightenment comes when darkness is removed. Enlightenment isn't making us someone new. It's making us see the truth of who we are. Enlightenment isn't making us someone new. It's making us see the truth of who we are. Now, the guru, literally, the word guru means the one who removes the darkness and brings the light. So the guru is the one who shows us that light. Whether it's to one disciple who happens to be in front of that guru, whether it's to one disciple who happens to be reading a book by or about the guru, because there's also lots of beautiful stories of people being enlightened by a guru, touched by a guru, guided by a guru, who may have already left their bodies. But by just reading the book. I've had such incredibly powerful experiences reading the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. Now, he had left his body decades and decades and decades before I was even born. But the experiences just from reading his book were very, very powerful. Now, they weren't as powerful, of course, as being in the physical presence of Puja Swamiji, my guru. But nonetheless, feeling that power through simply holding a book in your hands is very extraordinary. Feeling the presence of a master who's no longer in the body just by holding the book is very, very powerful. And so I share this because the power of the guru is not limited just to, oh, you're sitting in front of me, let me enlighten you. And absolutely, if there were throngs of people, could the guru enlighten them all? Sure, if they all were ready to let go of their darkness. Because that's the key. The guru isn't usually doing things against our will. Until and unless we surrender and say, I know I'm attached to my ego, I know it's going to hurt, but for God's sakes, please free me of it. Then the guru does. But the guru is not going to force you to let go of your darkness. The guru is not going to force you. Because the guru is very patient. The guru is not limited to this particular intersection of time and space. You must be enlightened now. The guru knows we've got all the time in the world. So if those hordes of people were all ready to be enlightened, not just their ego sense of, oh yeah, that would be fun, then I could impress all my friends, but really ready to let go of their darkness, of their ignorance, of their identity, of their separation, of their grudges, of their expectations, then absolutely. Absolutely. It just depends who's in that crowd. And these days now, even with the power of our digital world, we have such an incredible blessing. Those of us who can't necessarily travel to different parts of the world, to actually be able to experience the gurus coming into your home. I mean, it's an unprecedented time. It's no coincidence, I think, that, video conferencing and digital technology has come into being during Kali Yuga when we need it. When we need the presence of the guru in our homes, in our pockets, on our phones, wherever we are. Because, yeah, it's the age of darkness. And we have the power to be light and to let go of our darkness. So, yeah, absolutely the gurus can. But we have to agree individually within ourselves, I'm ready. Yes. And then whether you're alone sitting with your guru, in a crowd in front of your guru, watching your guru on digital means, closing your eyes and praying to your guru, however it may be, that light will come.